In this lecture, let's make a short overview of basic Git commands. You already know several low-level commands like git hash object, git cut file, and git mk3. And in this course, I have started with low-level commands on purpose. I wanted you to fully understand what Git does under the hood and what is the structure of Git repository. And now it's time to move on and talk about several basic Git commands that are used very often, and probably most of those commands are already familiar to you. Let me make a short overview of those commands. First one that we have already used is Git Status. And with help of this command, you can get the current, let's say, state of your Git repository. This command will show you current branch. Also, it will show you if there are some changes ready to be committed. Also, if you'll change some files or add new files into working directory, this command will show you those changes. Next, Git Add Command. This command helps you to add files to staging area. But of course, those files must be already located in working directory. It means that this command takes files from working directory and places them into staging area. Next, Git Commit. This command writes changes to Git repository, and we have already used this command. This command creates new commit object in Git repository, and it also creates new blobs entries if it is needed. For example, if you create new file in working directory, then place it into staging area using Git Add Command, and after that commit changes, then Git will create new blob in Git repository. And you'll see that in the next lectures. Next, Git Log Command. This command is very useful and it shows history of the changes that were made in your repository. Actually, it shows you history of commits, and you can easily read information about all commits that were made. And finally, Git Checkout Command. With help of this command, you can check out any commit or branch. And the checking out means that files are taken from Git repository and placed into working directory. In other words, using Git Checkout command, you can travel between different versions of your project, different commits or branches. And this command will completely overwrite contents of your working directory. And you'll see that in the next lectures as well. Okay, we have made a short overview of basic Git commands. There are also several other commands that are used when you work with remote repository. We will talk about such commands as git pull, git push, git clone, git fetch in separate section when we will talk about remote Git repositories and interaction between local repository and remote repository. For now, let's go on, and next let's try to use several of those commands, and let's add one more file into our repository. I'll see you after the small pause. Bye.